Boar's Head invites you to enlighten your senses. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Inspired by Japanese master chefs, our signature teriyaki glaze is crafted with garlic, ginger, and a hint of brown sugar, then paired with our tender, slow-roasted chicken breast for a flavor that's sweet, savory, remarkably bold. Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken, the bold flavor of Japan, now at the deli. Compromise elsewhere.
Welcome to SPMG Media Presents. SPMG Media Presents, the most innovative, groundbreaking talk radio show highlighting and promoting entertainers of music, literary art, community leaders, and activists from all over the world. With your hosts, Richard Hall, Chris Smith, and Etienne Gibbs. As always, you're invited to join the conversation by dialing area code 646-200-3148 or join the conversation in our chat room. SPMG Media Presents, bringing you the best of the best. Let's get this show started.
All right. Oh my goodness. I am just so honored to be here on SPMG Media Presents with Richard Hall, Chris Smith, and Etienne Gibbs. My name is Tony Breedlove, and I am usually on Hot Topics Talk Radio, but I am so pleased and so honored to be here to actually sit down with Miss Eloise Laws in the first part of this show. So I'm hoping that you're joining in. I see everybody's joining in and filtering into the phone lines and on the chat room. So I just want to say thank you. But before we get started on tonight's show, you know we got to pay some bills around here, and we do need to recognize our sponsors. So before we get into Ms. Eloise Laws, you guys, let's say the name again, Eloise Laws.
Eloise Laws.
We're going to have to go pay a bill. Laws. All right, you guys ready? I'm ready.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
We'll be right back here on SPMG Media Presents.
Shades of Africa, your number one source for all your fine African products. Shades of Africa carries aroma oils, burning oils, essential oils, natural hair and skincare products, and fine African art and artifacts. So for all your fine African products, visit Shades of Africa in 2 locations. In the city of Corona at 114 East 6th Street and in the city of Long Beach, located at 1001 East 4th Street. For additional information and the store nearest you, contact the Corona store at 951-284-7888 and in Long Beach, area code 562-436-2210. And for your online shopping convenience, visit their website at www.shadesofafrica.com. That's Shades of Africa, AFRIKA.com. We here at Hot Topics Talk Radio just absolutely love their products and wouldn't go anywhere else. So tell them Hot Topics Talk Radio sent you and receive 15% off your purchase. Shades of Africa for the mind, body, and spirit.
All right. I told you it would be a short break. I told you. We are here tonight on SPMG Media Presents with Miss Eloise Laws. Oh, my gosh. No wonder I'm stumbling over my words. Miss Laws, thank you so much for being a part of our show tonight. The best.
You are the best. Thank you as well. I am delighted, and I am so appreciate. I appreciate so much being on the show this evening.
You know, there are a lot of artists today, a lot of artists. And of all of those artists, I know when we talk about the jazz and the R&B genres, a lot of them have taken the lead from Ms. Eloise Laws. Do you agree with that?
Wow. Well, that big
I'm just saying.
Pill to swallow, but I thank you for that compliment. I hope so. I certainly hope so, because that's what I'm put here for, and all of us, we all have our journey and our cross to
Right.
bear. So I certainly hope that I have made an impression and an impact on other artists in the entertainment industry. Yes.
But you know what? I can hear it. I hear it in a lot of the artists, not just of, the 2000 era, but I hear it in some of the artists that have come up in the 80s and the 90s. And you can hear some of those inflections, and you hear some of the things that Eloise Laws does, because there's just something about, and I just love saying your first and last name, Eloise Laws. There's something about Eloise Laws.
Thank you so much. Well, I love what I do, and I've been doing it for a while now, and so I think I've got it down pretty good. And so it's good to know that I've made some lasting impressions on fans as well as other artists. That's what we're about.
Yeah, and you have done that. But you know what? There are a lot of people that are coming up now that are in their 30s and maybe their early 40s that really don't have such a grasp as someone like myself or like Miss Gina Smith of SPMG Media, where we have, gone for years being complete fans of you and your family. So they don't really know the background of the Laws family. Do you mind talking to me just a little bit about growing up in Texas, in Houston, with a family just full of music? What was that like?
That was a challenge as well as a lot of fun. Both my parents were musicians, so I grew up listening to all genres of music, starting with, secular music. I grew up in the church. We had a gospel group, my sisters, and my mom was the choir director. So there was music all around in my household, people always dropping in, and we were always singing and dancing and shouting and going to church. Wow. And I grew up in church, and so did Ronnie. But Hubert, not so much, because he was the first one to leave home. And as you know, he left with the Jazz Crusaders. They were called another group then, and that name escapes me right now. But they later became the Jazz Crusaders, and he's one of the remaining ones, original ones of the Jazz Crusaders. And of course, he left the Crusaders to pursue. He got a scholarship to Juilliard, and he went on to pursue a solo career. But he also went to he also joined Mongo Santa Maria for a couple of years, and so I left home. Hubert left first, and then I followed, and then of course Ronnie came along. He's a few years behind me. I was the fourth of four kids, the first four. I was the fourth one, and then 7 years later, Ronnie came along. So you have to talk to my mom about that, because I don't know what happened, why she waited 7 years. Maybe there was no TV or some black. I don't know, but anyway, Ronnie came along 7 years later and blazed his own path, and then it's interesting because. Let's say 20-some years later, we all came together here in California. So there are no accidents.
Right.
Go figure.
Right.
Wow.
Because, I've been a jazz fan for a long time, so I grew up listening to all of you guys' music. I'm going to tell you this funny story, and I'm not going to bore you, and I'm not going to bore the guys. But I can remember.
No, you're not boring me.
Bore me.
No. We as you can see, we're just listening. So go right ahead. Amazing. I love it.
But jazz was such an intricate part of my life. Music also was a very intricate part of my life, because that's what we grew up on back then. We didn't have all of the technology that a lot of the kids have today. So music was something that was just something in the home. So I can remember being so sometimes irritated with my dad, because, I grew up on all of the Laws. I grew up on, the Crusaders. Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis, you name it, I know them.
Yes.
What was irritating about this is that my dad had speakers all over the house, including in the bathroom. And there were several times that Hubert lifted me up off of the toilet.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Wow.
So like I said, I've grown up around the music.
Yeah, that's funny. He would be thrilled to know that he lifted you. You elevated off the toilet off of his music.
You go in and all of a sudden the music just comes on and it's blasting. And that was always just such a, it was just, not only is it a fun memory, but I think that it goes to show you just how prevalent your music, your family's music was in our lives. And I want to say thank you to you for them and through you for them.
Well, thank you very much. I'll pass it on. But, I just to add to that, that was a wonderful time in music. The CTI group, a lot of great music came out of that. Bob James and George Benson and of course Ron Carter. I mean, it was just endless great musicians who just made their mark, and their music stands today. So I can certainly appreciate your appreciation for that era, because it sets the tone. And of course, we lost it in the late '80s or exactly. The other kind of music. But music is music, and all music has its place. And so it is what it is. It is what it is.
Right. But I'm going to take us into our first break. And when we come back, Ms. Laws, all I can say is that thank you, because I don't know what these guys, you've already given them the passage to just be themselves. And, oh, my goodness.
We'll be good. We'll be good.
Let's go for it. We'll break all the rules. What the hell?
Uh-oh.
I will try to control myself. I really will.
No, Chris, I'm going to try to control you.
So I'm going to take our first break, and I'm going to disappear in the background. But again, I have to say thank you once again for being a part of SPMG Media's show tonight, and also being a part of Hot Topics Talk Radio Network. You're welcome back here anytime, okay? So I want to say that up front. But I'm going to take us to our first break, and when we come back, the guys are going to sit down with Miss Eloise Laws. We'll be right back here on SPMG Media.
Have you been looking for that down-home Southern soul food like grandmother used to make? Well, look no further. A&L Family Restaurant is the place you've been looking for. With smothered chicken, catfish, collard greens, shrimp, gumbo, they have got it all, prepared fresh daily. A&L Family Restaurant is located at 4889 East Craig Road, Suite A, in the city of Las Vegas. From soul food to burgers, from breakfast to dinner, they've got what your taste buds have been longing for at prices that won't put a hole in your pocket. A&L Family Restaurant opens 7 days a week. For additional information, to order by phone or for delivery, give them a call at area code 702-619-6675. That number again is 702-619-6675. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook to find out about their daily and weekly specials. A&L Family Restaurant, where your meal is fresh and prepared from their hearts to yours.
What's good, family? This is Richard Hall of SPMG Media Presents, and you're listening to the hottest internet radio show on the Hot Topics Talk Radio Network. Now, back to the show.
Okay, we are back. Here we go. Mr. Richard Hall, it's on you.
Hey, let me just say how much of an honor it is, really, to speak to you, Miss Eloise Laws. Thank you so much for being on our show. Thank you.
It's my pleasure, and my heart beats for you, Richard.
Oh my God. Do you know, we've been excited for the past 2 weeks about you being on our show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Guys, right? We've been talking. We've been instant messaging. We have been, I've been calling Etienne in the Virgin Islands. Like, oh my God, I hope she allows me to call her L. I'm a fan.
I mean, but I'm not gonna lie though.
You are officially invited. You are officially invited to call me L. So please do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Friends,
Thank you.
Friends,
Thank you so much. But I'm
Thank
a little
you.
jealous. I couldn't get that dropped in like you, so I'm gonna have to drop some smooth stuff on L too. I got you.
Well, with L, you have to be smooth. She comes from that era where you got to put that bass in your voice. You got to talk smooth, and you got to talk to her and be like, hey girl, how you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh, don't get me started. I might get in some trouble over here. But all right.
That's called pillow talk, baby. Go ahead.
Uh-oh, and you have that music. Let me tell you, you have that music for some, most definitely some pillow talk.
Come on,
definitely.
You gotta talk about it.
I want to talk about your first album because Ain't It Good, Feeling Good was released in 1977 through Holland Dozier Holland's Music Merchant.
Yes.
Now, what was it like having your first album release with such celebrated producers and songwriters from the HDH label?
Well, I have to say, it was so exciting because, I grew up listening to the Motown sound, and to be called from that group, the Holland Dozier Holland group. Because see, my first label was actually Columbia Records, and I did one single with them. And as a result of that, back in that period, I don't know, you're probably too young to know, but I did a lot. Before I actually started doing a lot of recordings, I was doing a lot of TV shows. I just got very, very lucky, and I was signed by Columbia Broadcasting Company, a subsidiary called Corinthian Broadcasting Company. They were my managers, and they actually brought me to New York because I won a national contest, much like American Idol. And so as a result of that, yes. Most people don't know this because, but I did all of the talk shows, and I traveled with Harry Belafonte. I was his opening act. And
oh, my God.
as well as, yes. Before, and then my recording career started as a result of that, because these people actually put me out front. They managed me. Columbia CBS, and I mean William Page CBS, which is a TV network. They were doing contests much like an American Idol, as I said, and I was in a contest where there were 7 other artists from their network. They had 7 affiliates all over the United States. And I won the national contest, and that brought me to New York, and that's when my whole career started. So
that had to be a good feeling.
So they put me on every national TV show they could possibly, so that I could get exposure. And then I started recording. So my actual first recording was on Columbia Records, in which case I was leaving the studio one evening, and Miles Davis was standing outside of the studio, and I almost pissed my pants. I'm not kidding you. He looked at me, and I looked at him, and he knew I was thinking in my boots. And he just nodded and gave me a nod, and I thought, oh my God, that's Miles Davis. But yeah, that really started my whole career. And then 2 years on Columbia Records, they didn't really know what to do with me. So then Holland Dozier Holland actually saw me on one of the TV shows, and they called CBS, bought my contract out, and we began to make music, the kind of music that I should have been making, you see.
Wow. Now, see, that's amazing. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's simply amazing because I'm listening to you, and I can totally tell that you are definitely jazz royalty because you are just, you for one, you worked your way all the way up,
I certainly
and
did.
then,
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I've worked my butt off. I really have.
Yeah.
And I'm still
I mean,
standing.
nothing was given to you.
I'm still
Yeah.
standing. Thank you. Thank
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I mean, now it's interesting because I noticed that you pulled back from recording your own music in the 90s. Now, why did that happen? Tell us about that decision.
Well, the music business started to change. I recognized the change, and I really wasn't moving in the direction that I wanted to go in, and things were getting pretty tough, and I needed to pay the bills. So my first love was always theater. So I just one day out of the blue, I auditioned for a theater called the Denver Theater Company, which is a very prestigious theater out of Colorado. And I actually got the part, and I was there for a whole 2 seasons. I did House of Flowers, which was a production that Diana Carroll and Pearl Bailey did on Broadway many years. Yeah. House of Flowers. And then I did Bloody Mary. I played the role of Bloody Mary. And of course, everybody said, well, she was Filipino, but they did creative casting. They dressed me up and put me in makeup, and I did this because I could sing that.
You became an island woman. An island woman is what you became.
Nice.
So that led from one theater piece to the next, and then I just jumped off into the theater thing, and I left the record industry for a minute, and so life goes on.
Wow.
The beat goes.
I heard that. So theater really was your first love?
Well, that's why I went to New York, and I think that's kind of what they saw in me, but I loved theater, and there wasn't a lot of black people in theater at that particular time. It was Cleavon Little, it was Leslie Uggams, and I actually landed the roles in Hair. First, I auditioned for Hair. I landed the role.
Oh, really?
Also auditioned for Playboy Club, and they were paying more money. Yeah, they were paying more money, and I had a choice, and I took the Playboy Club, which took me all over the world. All over. I played every Playboy Club in the world. I started in Chicago at the headquarters there, and then my second job was the Playboy Club in London, and I was on the same floor with Sammy Davis Jr. and Alphabet. They were there doing what was it, Golden Boy, something I can't remember, but they were doing a theater piece there. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but
please do. This is good.
Well, I just want to let our listeners know she was just playing music. Get your minds out together. Right. It was the Playboy Club, but she was just playing music.
I was playing music and watching those cottontails go up and down the aisle, honey, but I was on stage doing what I love to do, and I was singing. And I'm gonna tell you, that was an experience that really just gave me a solid career as far as entertaining, because with the Playboy Club, you fly in that day, rehearse with the band. They always had a house band. You give them your charts, and that night you would open. And I opened for many comedians, because their main thing was, more so than the singing, were the comedians. So the singers would always come in and open for the comedians, and there were comedians such as Flip Wilson, George Carlin. I mean, the list is just endless. I mean, Alan. I mean, a lot of these people are dead, but they were older than me at the time anyway. So but I opened for many comedians that were hugely successful back then. But I was 17, 20, 21, somewhere in there. We're not counting.
Wow. No, because you still look like you're 35 with a few years of experience, girl.
Well, I am.
A couple of us.
Well, I am. There's
a couple of us were asking if you had a Tinder.
There's a joke where the grandson asked Grandma, "How old are you? This is your birthday. How old are you?" She said, "I'm 35 and oh God, what's the joke? Now I've forgotten. But I feel very good, and I feel young. So
and you look good. You look amazing. You look absolutely amazing. Now, what's interesting. Now you said your friends and your fans can call you L, so I'm gonna call you L. Now, Elle, some really may not know that you're a Tony Award-winning actress. Having performed, you told us, so much about, performing, Broadway and the Playboy and all over, but it ain't nothing but the blues. How did this come about, and what was the process transitioning from recording music to performing on the stage on, It Ain't Nothing But the Blues?
A very good question. I did start with the Denver Theater Company, and about 15 years later, the artistic director remembered my work and called and asked me if I would like to join a production in progress, but they wanted to take it to the big stage. And he asked me if I would study some blues artists such as Bessie Smith, Ethel Waters, and so on, and of course Aretha Franklin. And I said Dinah Washington and so on. And I said, of course, I would love to be a part of this show. And they brought me out to Colorado, and I became one of the developing partners in this It Ain't Nothing But the Blues. And for about 3 or 4 years, we toured all around the country. And then eventually that took us to Broadway. We were at the Crossroads Theater in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and one of the producers from New York came over to see the show and stood in the back of the theater and just screamed and raved after every song I sang and some of the other artists, such as Gregory Porter, who is now huge in the industry. And I brought him to that show.
Wow.
So, yes. And so they invited us to come to Broadway. And that's how
amazing.
I got to Broadway. After 30 years, I've always wanted to be on Broadway, and that's how I got it.
So that was like a lifelong goal for you, like 30 years. That's
30
amazing.
years. Can you believe I turned hair down back in the late 60s or 71 or whatever, and then I turned it down for the Playboy Club, and it took me 30 years to get to Broadway again. But you know what?
Okay.
You never give up. You never give up on your dreams. And
that
was destiny calling.
Well, here's an interesting question for you. Do you ever plan to return to stage?
I love it, and yes, I do. I'm currently working on a piece with another writer, and it's a theater piece called ED Blues, and I don't have to tell you what ED means.
Uh-oh. Hey, as my dad would say, hey, Eloise, my dad would say, hey, you're a hall. You don't know what ED is. You're a hall. Boy, you come from generations of it, okay?
I agree. But this is a comedy, and it's well written, and the songs are fantastic, and so just keep your eyes and ears open, and I think will be supposed to hit the stage sometime in February here in Los Angeles.
Nice.
Interesting.
Nice.
Well, one thing that's interesting, and just paying attention to everything that's going on with you, you've been very busy in these last few years. You published your book, Healing Showers, which detailed the battles of your cancer and your unique approach with everything that you went through with your road to recovery. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yes. Well, this year in November, I will be a 9-year survivor of breast cancer.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
This
Good
year.
for you.
Praise God. Praise God.
Yes,
and
I'm
so blessed.
Wow, praise God,
man. And so what I did when I found that I had when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I'm sitting in the chair with my hairstylist, and we were talking about and preparing. I'm preparing because I want to go into surgery, of course, looking beautiful. So we're preparing me for surgery, getting my hair done and all of that.
Strange Shantae. Strange.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
Okay.
And so we were just talking about going in and how positive I should, I will remain and so on. And we came up with this vision and this concept of giving a healing shower. And we said, you know what? Why don't I give myself a healing shower? And that's where the concept came from. And after that shower, I decided to do a book, which would document, my journey and my challenges with breast cancer. And so, the book just outlines and tells the story of my journey with cancer and how the support that I had along with helping me in the healing process of recovering. And so the book just documents my story.
And it's an amazing story. One of the things, my mother had cancer as well. So, the battles that you guys go through and just, all over the world, everybody that battles with that, I commend you for that, because it's a tough road that you guys go down. But you guys, like I said, I don't really know more what to say about it. It's just amazing that you've gotten through that, and I just congratulate you on that.
Thank you so much. It has become an epidemic in this country, and that's why I think the book is so important. The book is so important because it encourages, that the person who's faced with that challenge to surround themselves and with friends and family, to give them positive energy, to lift them up and support. And that's what the book, The Healing Shower, is really about. It's like someone giving a baby shower or a birthday celebration. But in lieu of bringing gifts, you bring yourself and you encourage them and you offer your services, deeds and services to help them get through that period of healing. And so I just think that, it's a movement. It should become a movement. And people should be encouraged to help others to get through this very daunting illness that sometimes it's debilitating. Sometimes a lot of people don't make it. But in the meantime, you want to surround yourself with people with positive energy and who's showering you with love and helping you get through this.
I so agree. Because, even right now, Elle, right now, my mother, currently has multiple myeloma. And one thing I found so profound about your book, because there's really nothing out there like it. There's nothing out there for the actual cancer patient on how to heal the spirit. And so I think this is amazing. I think this is amazing. I'm so thankful that you wrote this book. Because the title alone is amazing. Healing Showers.
Yes,
That's amazing.
And I'm thankful that I was inspired by the creator to, he definitely inspired the title and the idea and the vision. So I'm very grateful.
Well, Elle, what's interesting about your book is it actually leads into conducting workshops and seminars. Are you planning to move in that direction?
Well, I've done some motivational speaking and given a lot of encouragement to women who are survivors, as well as those who have just been diagnosed. And I have attended several seminars, and it really has helped me in terms of promoting the book more successfully and getting this message or this concept of the healing shower out there. So it's a process, but I'm sticking with it, and I know that it's working, and it will reach a lot of people.
Interesting.
I believe that.
Yeah. Elle, this is Etienne in St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. I have a last question for you about the book. Where can our listeners get a copy of that book?
The book, you can get a book through Amazon.com. You can also get the book from my website, Eloise Laws.com. It's also, there's a reissue of the book that will be coming out October 7th, which is the Breast Cancer Month. And there's just a bit more information about breast cancer and friends that I know that are survivors. So I've just added a few things to the reissue of the book. So Amazon and Kindle, and there is an ebook as well. So it's out there, and it can be purchased.
It's all over.
And it's all over. Absolutely.
Great, fantastic. Well, let's move on to something else. You and your family will be performing in the 32nd annual Havana Jazz Festival in Cuba. That will take place December 14th to 20th of this year. How did this historic opportunity come about?
Well, you know, there are no accidents in life. We were, I guess you could say, I was at the right place at the right time. Ran into a lady who was a big fan, and she was Cuban, and then she introduced me to a gentleman named Adolfo Nadal, who is in charge of cultural affairs in Los Angeles, and we had a meeting with him, and he said, I would like to take the Laws family to Cuba. And so we got excited, of course, immediately. You know, now that
I would be excited too. I would be excited. Okay, I'm gonna give me a nice cigar. I know one of your brothers sat there and said they wanted a cigar, right? At least one of them.
Oh, absolutely. They will. We will all be leaving, and we will all be going and leaving with a cigar. Okay.
Okay.
well, Richard, that would be no surprise anyways, because you're Cuban, so of course you'd be excited about Cuba.
Hey, you got that right. That's right.
So this gentleman, he went and he got an invitation from the Cuban government, and he came back months later, and he said the Cuban people would love to have the Laws family in Cuba.
Wow.
And so we are so excited. We're looking forward to a cultural exchange with the Cuban people. And this particular festival is a historic event.
Yes.
So, you know, we're inviting all music lovers from all over the world to attend this festival. Not only will we be there, but Carlos Santana and many other local artists, as well as artists from around the U.S. will be there as well.
Nice.
It's a 2-day. Yes, it's a 2-day festival. So we're honored to have been invited.
So how can let's say the United States guest go to the Cuban festival?
Well, there's a link on my website where you can go to and sign up and put your deposit down and join us in Cuba. All you have to do is come up with your money and
your passport. Hey, break bread.
Your passport, and you're there. It's really easy and very simple.
You know, the funny thing is she said go to her website, and when she said the link, I started going quick because I actually thought she was paying. So I said, oh, okay, let me be the first one then. But then she said the money, so I said, okay, well, the way my bank account is set up.
The way my checking and savings is.
Look, I'm glad I'm an invited guest, so I don't have to worry about that. But I do know that all of our fans and all of your listeners will want to attend this festival because it is a historic event, and you will have. I mean, it's such a wonderful cultural exchange for the Cubans as well as for Americans and people from all over the world.
Now, let me ask you: are you going to be performing your new single out there? Can't let myself.
Of course.
Because you know.
Listen, every time I perform, you will hear "I Can't Let Myself." Okay.
Okay, I'm telling you, that song that is like the new anthem for women. Okay.
It definitely is. I think so, and that's my experience, and I can only share what I'm experiencing, and so every time I hit the stage, I will be singing "I Can't Let Myself Hurt Myself."
Now let me tell you. When I saw the video, L, I honestly thought there was going to be a waiting to exhale moment, and you were going to throw some keys. A house was going to blow up in the background. I knew it was going to happen. I was waiting.
But I sure wish I had your input when we were doing the video. I could have used it. I certainly could have.
I'm telling you. I was waiting for it to blow up.
what you didn't understand is she had already. Go ahead.
I tell you what, I will drop the mic at the end of the song. How about that?
That's what I'm saying. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Look, but what I was trying to say is what you didn't understand is she had already done that. That's why she was on the beach twirling. See, that's what you didn't understand. Everything was already blown up. She said, "I don't have a care in the world."
You see,
Nice.
You
got it wrong.
Got it.
The reason why she's like that is because she's an island woman from back in the day.
Well, I do love the island. I do love the island, and I'm looking forward
you go.
to Cuba.
I knew it. Yes.
I'm looking forward to the island of Cuba, and I also will be going to the Caribbean before I go to Cuba. I'm leaving for the Caribbean in October.
Oh, nice.
October 2nd.
Oh, nice.
Yes, October 2nd.
Where?
October 2nd. Now, are you performing out there? Hold on, wait. Are you performing out there?
No. Actually,
okay.
I will be doing some form of performing, but no. My mom's 97th birthday was this year, and she has requested that all the family join her on a Caribbean cruise. And so we will
fantastic.
We'll be doing Jamaica, we'll be doing Haiti, I think, we'll be doing Bell.
Right.
And it's a Western Caribbean cruise. So we leave yes, I'm looking forward to it. We get to.
So you're telling us
in Puerto Rico.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me. After you stop in Puerto Rico, you'll stop in the Virgin Islands. Let me know. Hey, I'll put my hand up and wave to you.
Now, see,
I love the Virgin Islands. You know, I went to Freeport when I was living in New York. I worked at the club there, but it was the island. I mean, we're talking. Oh my God, we're talking a little about. Well, we're talking back in the 70s, and the island was very fresh and virgin. It was definitely the Virgin Islands, but I loved it. After my show, I'd actually run to my hotel, put my swimsuit on, and get in the water. It was like bath water. It was so beautiful and so clear and so refreshing, and I love it. I just love it, and I hope I get invited back.
You are invited back. I have to tell you this right now. I'm an official virgin from the islands, and therefore I can make you and set
I don't think you're a virgin.
The title
I don't think you're
honorary virgin from the islands.
You know you lying, Etienne. You know dang well you are not no virgin.
Guys. This is
you know you're not a virgin. Don't do it. Don't do it.
As long as an honorary virgin from the island.
Now look.
Listen, Chris, he can think it. If he's not, he can certainly think it. So let him think.
There you go.
I'll let him think it. I'll let him think it. But look, I already see Lady L. She already said that she's gonna drop the mic after her song. So you know she's gonna be out there in the Virgin Islands, and she's gonna drop the mic on you. Talking about, okay, he said he was a virgin. Hold up. 1 second. Hold up. Now look, we having way too much fun with you. This is way
that's
too
what
much
I was
fun.
going to say. I hope you're having fun. Yes.
Well, let's life is about fun and laughter. If you can't you can't laugh at yourself. If you can't laugh and be happy, you know, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is the real deal.
You got that?
So we want to. Tomorrow is not promised. We want to make every moment count. So let's laugh and be happy.
And this is that moment where I say, okay.
So listen, y'all. Let's get into this single because you know we having too much fun. Let's get into this single because I know our listeners want to listen to "Can't Let Myself." Watching Lady L dropping the mic. Okay. Now let's get into this single because look, you know I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see if I can see on like some type of live feed or something of when she's performing in Cuba because I'm waiting. I'm holding you to that. I want to see you drop that mic.
You will. I promise. I promise you. You
okay.
Will. Okay. Because the song will always be sung. The song will always be sung in every show until the next single is dropped. So, and you know the next single is called "Don't Move, Don't Blink," which I'm dropping in January, first of the year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you will love that as well. It's really, really hot. I think that's probably some of my best work. And
you have to come back.
I will.
You have to come back in January when you drop that. Oh, we're gonna invite you because I'm telling you right now.
I'm ready to rock and roll. Come on, invite me. I'm loving it.
Great.
I love it.
Great,
I love
great.
it.
We're loving having you here.
All right. So look, we're going to drop the song right now. We're going to take a quick break. Listeners, y'all, crank up your radio, crank up your speakers. We are about to hear a smash right now. The smooth sound of Miss Eloise Laws. Well, she's my friend now, so I call her Elle. Okay?
Yeah, there you go.
Can't let myself. Okay? Can't let myself.
Here we go. I can't let myself.
I woke up Tuesday morning, said to myself, can't keep giving my love to someone who don't care. I got out of bed, looked in the mirror to brush my hair. As I watched the tears roll down my cheek, I thought about how I put him first. Thought he was strong, but I was stronger. He didn't even know my favorite color. Never thought to bring me flowers. Never even held the door to let me in. I can't let myself hurt myself no more. Can't let myself hurt myself no more. On the ride home, I looked at him and he glanced back at me. We were no longer in love with our love, baby, were we? I know he knew like I knew. We reached the end of our road and we were no longer in love with our love, baby, can't you see? He didn't even know my favorite color. Never thought to bring me flowers. Never even held the door to let me in. Can't let myself hurt myself no more. 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 He didn't even know my favorite color. Never thought to bring me flowers. Never even held the door to let me in. As I waited for him to open the door in my 4-inch red bottom heel, I turned and looked, he wasn't there. No, no, can't let hurt myself. No, 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 no more. Can't let myself hurt myself no more. Can't let myself hurt myself no more. Can't let myself hurt myself no more.
You're listening to SPMG Media Presents with Richard Hall, Chris Smith, and Etienne Gibbs. You can find SPMG Media every Thursday night right here on Blog Talk Radio at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock Central, and 9 o'clock on the East Coast. Make sure that you follow SPMG Media right here on Blog Talk Radio as well as on Facebook under SPMG Media Presents. Make sure that you check out SPMG Media under the Hot Topics Talk Radio website at hottopicstalkradio.com/SPMG Media. You'll find information regarding upcoming shows, show archives, as well as the show host personality pages. SPMG Media Presents is a Hot Topics Talk Radio network and SPMG Media production. Once again, thank you for listening to SPMG Media Presents. Now, back to the show.
All right, family. We're back with the one, the only jazz royalty, Miss Eloise Laws. I'm going to call her L. She already said I could. Now, L, oh my God.
Yes. It's simplistic, but it's very matter of fact. So
no, that you dropped. Yeah, you dropped so many jewels.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That was simply amazing, and the hook is so catchy. I mean, it's yeah, it's all about the hook. It really is. It's about the hook. It's so simple. It reminds me of like some of the early Nancy Wilson. She was the only jazz singer, by the way. She's my friend, and she's one of. I love Nancy.
Greatly influenced by, and I'm planning to visit her very soon again. She's just a dear friend and a wonderful human being, but not to mention a phenomenal artist. She was one of the few jazz artists to cross over, as you know, with my love has no beginning, my love has no end, my love is and I'm in the middle, and she did.
Sing it, girl.
Song.
Look at us.
Keep going. Keep going. Sing it, girl. Okay. Only on SPMG Media.
But I tell you like this, one thing pulling a message out of that song is it teaches people to love themselves better. And that's why I said it's not just for women, it's for all people. Love yourself better. That's the message I got from your song, and I love it.
That is the message. You got it, because that's just the message. I want it to be, and my friend Robin, who wrote it with me, and who's my business partner and a very dear friend, we just collaborated on this so easily. I mean, it just happened. It happened very quickly, and we just decided, hey, let's do this, Woke up one day, and there it was. Looked in the mirror. It was actually looking in the mirror and decided, you know what? I can't let myself hurt myself no more.
Okay.
Done.
I know that's right. Hey, as long as my wife don't hear that, no, I'm just kidding. My wife won't say that. I don't hurt her. I love my wife. No, I'm just kidding.
That's all. Well, you don't. We don't intentionally hurt anyone, but sometimes people do, and they don't realize that they're doing it. And they have to be called out on. They have to be called out on it. Sometimes you have to put it in a song and let them know. Hey.
I heard that. Well, real quick before we go, because you mentioned Nancy Wilson. Now the founder of SPMG Media, Gina Smith. She's a huge fan of Nancy Wilson. She saw her at the Parisian Room years ago.
Oh my God!
Years ago.
Eons ago.
Yeah.
Decades. No, decades. You don't go decades. Yes.
Yeah. Now real quick, you have a call. El. You have a call. It's his name is Tony Smith. He's calling from the 818. Tony, are you there? Hey, Tony, are you there? Okay, you're live with Miss Eloise Laws. Welcome to SPMG Media Presents.
Ain't nothing wrong with being in the presence of royalty, man. Miss Eloise Laws, I know you got a million friends and contacts via Facebook and everything. We've met a couple of times. I got the personal invitation to come to Cuba. I'm the president of Case Quarter Production, and I'm also Gina Smith's partner. She's my media partner. Then we met at one of the Hands for Hope's Starlight Jazz Serenade events. And I think a couple of other occasions when I was working with Gail Johnson and Jazz MP.
Yes.
But anyway, I just wanted to say I'm on my way to Yoshi's in Oakland right now to see my brother at East Bay Soul. So I had to call in real quick and say what wonderful work you're doing. Let these young guys know that they're in the presence of royalty. I don't even know.
You don't have to let us know. We know. We definitely know.
Now, see, he's already calling you L. I'm going to call you Sister L, because that's what you are to me. And I am driving on this 101. It's probably, I might lose you, but I wanted to just say I am and always have been a real fan of you as well as your family. We're of the same, we're of that elite generation where, we're seasoned. And so some of these young cats don't know about that. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to do everything within my power to come to you. Trust me. And
Tony, thank you. I really appreciate your comments and you just continue to support us. And I'm really kind of speechless because you what you're saying is so heartfelt, and I so appreciate you as a fan. And I do remember Hands for Hope. I've done it 2 years in a row now. It's one of my favorite charities that I participate in. And so thank you, Tony. You drive safely, okay?
You're very welcome. I will drive safely. And just FYI, I'm already getting ready to put my bid in to have you in the one for March, because I'm working with Lydia right now and putting all the game plans together. So you'll be getting some information for March 2017. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful show. You can't have a better guest. These young guys are off the chain. I love them. And I'll be talking to these guys. Look, I'm going to give y'all the real once I get off the air, because I can't do it right here, especially with Chris.
Oh, man. Hey.
Why did you have to call me into this? I was actually being good right now.
No, man. No. I already, my other two brothers, Ron and Etienne, man, bless y'all. I'm praying for you. But Chris, we don't have to talk.
Definitely, Tony. I look forward to it.
All right, y'all have a wonderful show and be blessed.
Thank you,
Sister L.
Thank you.
All right, Sister L.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony, for your call.
You're welcome.
Be safe.
You're
God
welcome,
bless.
hon. Bye-bye.
Oh, all this love
fun.
tonight. I swear. That was beautiful right there.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know why. But every time I hear your name, it just makes me really want to break out in the song. Like, she's your queen. I mean, don't it just make you feel like that? Like, it makes you really want to break out this song when you think about her.
Okay.
Go ahead and break out. Break it. Hurt yourself. Go ahead.
Oh, don't encourage
Oh,
them.
my God. Now, now, Etienne.
Yes.
Now, before we went live tonight, you said you had a surprise for Miss Eloise Laws?
Yes, so we have a surprise from Miss Eloise. Miss Eloise, we wanted to have two surprises. The one I told you about already, your good friend here in the verse now, Anna Fisher, who knew you from way back when. She is out in the clubs tonight playing, so she cannot be on the phone. But we have another surprise for you. We know that you're going to Cuba. We know that you are promoting that, but I looked to see if you were on Pinterest. I didn't find you there. But you know what? You're there now because we put a tribute board for you on Pinterest. All you have to do is go to Pinterest.com and search for a tribute to Elle.
Wow, that's big.
Wow.
You're on Pinterest now.
I thank you.
Yes, you are.
I applaud you, and I thank you.
You're welcome.
That is so beautiful.
You're
heart
welcome.
is so moved. Thank you so much. Oh, you're bringing me tears. That's so wonderful.
Hey, it's all right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm connecting with you. I'm the island man and you're the island woman, so we connected. All right. No matter what these guys say.
We are connected. We are connected.
There you go, Miss. There you go, Elle. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Well, Elle, please, in January, come back. Because you have to come back now. You're always welcome here with us.
You've invited me.
Doors wide open.
I think you would love Don't Move, Don't Blink because it is, I think, some of my best work. And when it just comes and it flows really easily, that's when you know it's real because it's coming from the heart. And so Don't Move, Don't Blink is that type of song. So you'll love it. And I will come back. You've invited me.
I can't wait.
I'm accepting the
wait.
invitation.
Thank you. I can't wait. Now, real quick, how can our listeners follow you? How can they follow you? Everything that you're doing.
Okay. Well, again, my website will tell you where I am, when I'm there, and also you can go to EloiseLawsMusic.com, and of course my website, EloiseLaws.com. Again, the book, reissue of the book, October 7th, can find it on Amazon.com as well as on Kindle. But my website will direct you and give you all the information that you need to know as to where I am. And I'm going to be very busy until the end of the year, of course, Cuba being the end of the year. And I'm doing some very private events coming up, the Environmental Awards. Bill Burke, Yvonne Burke's husband, he does the marathon here. He's a person who is
in it right now,
invested in the community.
Yeah,
right. And
definitely.
He's doing that. And then so there, I'm very busy. I'm doing the Watch Festival, which is next Sunday. And and that's I think Patrice Rushen is on that program, that festival, as well as Ndugu Chancellor, who's a renowned drummer, as you know. And then there is Manyongo, who is Stevie Wonder's percussionist who travels all over the world with him. They are going to be on the festival, as well as a lot of local artists. But I'm honored to be one of their main artists, which I will appear on next Sunday. So, I plan on going to check it out. I plan on checking you out there. You're right there in Watts, right? You'll be right there. So I'll be right there. That's right. We're at the Watts. What's it called? The Watts Tower. The Watts Tower. Absolutely wonderful.
I'll bring my bulletproof vest, but I'll be there.
You better come up and say hello and let me know you're there, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I definitely will.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris and Richard.
This is Chris and Richard, but you'll notice me because I'll be the one with the bulletproof vest, though.
And I'll be the one holding the mic waiting for you to drop it.
Look out now. Look out. Bring one for me. Look out now. Bring one for me, okay?
Nice. Oh, my goodness. We are having too much fun with you, El. This is awesome. This has been a great show.
Fun. I love having fun. We're only going to pass this way once, you know what I mean? Let's have fun.
You got that right. Well, I want to bring Tony back on with us, because we're at that point now where, I hate to go because this has been so much fun. I just wish this can go on for hours.
Well,
I really do.
I always hate to say goodbye, and I never do. I won't say goodbye. I'll say I see you. I'll be the same, but I'll see you.
Nice.
There you go.
So
now
this. Yeah. So when you see me, just be like, "I see you, Richard. I see you."
Okay. I'm good. You can rest assured. I don't try not to ignore anyone unless you are just transparent. I will not ignore you.
Nice. I love it. Fellas, did you guys have fun tonight?
Oh, yes.
This was
we were waiting for this. We've been waiting.
This was a blast.
You guys. I had a ball with you guys. You were very nice. You didn't act up at all. I was expecting a raucous bunch of
hey, Tony.
A sleazeball, but you guys were wonderful.
Hey, Tony, this is Richard. When she leave, I'll be talking again. Again.
Stop it. You know what? I just want to say this. When Lady L said she was dropping the mic, I had this visual. And I mean, I was over here, and I just was beaming. I was like,
right?
And if you drop the mic, Lady L, I'll be done. I'm just going to say that. Because these guys are going to have you doing all kind of stuff.
Dropping the mic. Okay?
That was my suggestion, and I will do it. I have done it, and we'll do it again. That's fun.
We will be looking forward to that drop of the mic.
But
Yes.
it's one dynamic
Oh,
way.
my
It's
gosh.
one dynamic way to leave the stage. It's one dynamic way to leave the stage. It makes a lot of noise.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
See, she has to yell into the mic and say, "These are from my boys over there at SPMG Media Presents. I'm dropping the mic for y'all. Okay? This is for you."
Because I can't let
Oh, my
myself.
gosh.
I can't let myself.
Yes.
That's right.
Well, this has been a blast, and I have sat here in the background, and I have enjoyed this thoroughly. I felt like I was actually one of the listeners or one of the callers. I was enjoying it. Lady L, we thank you so much. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you with every bit of our being that you came and sat in and joined us tonight. We really, really enjoyed you. Really did.
Tony, I appreciate the invitation, and it's been my pleasure, and I love you guys dearly. And may God bless
We love you
keep
too.
you, and I wish you
We
all
love you
the
too.
success in the world with
Thank
show.
you.
Love you very much.
Thank you
We
so
love you
much.
too.
We love you
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thank
All
you,
right.
El.
Well, once again, Lady L will be appearing, oh my gosh, for a historical Cuban concert. So you guys got to make sure that you check this out, okay? Because everything has been provided for you to be able to attend this historic event, okay? So again, the date is Wednesday, December 14th through December 20th, 2016. So it gives you time. It gives you some time that you can go out here and purchase your tickets. So for more information regarding your reservations, go to www.smor.com. That's smore.com/JSQD4. Or you can send an email to CAREZMA, that's CAREVMA, the number 0123 @gmail.com. We will make sure to place all of this information for you to be able to make your reservations for this wonderful, wonderful trip. They've got some great prices going on, so this is an event you just cannot afford to miss. So make sure that you go to HotTopicsTalkRadio.com. We'll make sure to put it on the landing page so you don't have to go searching for anything, because we want you to be a part of this very, very historical event. This is not going to happen often, so be a part of this historical event. So I'm just going to say it again. Make sure that you go to HotTopicsTalkRadio.com, and you can find that on the landing page, and make sure that you make your reservations. That's for Wednesday, December 14th through Tuesday, December 20th. All of the costs are included in just $4,485. Lady L, you might see me there, lady. You might see me there,
Tony.
That's
Thank
not
you
bad
so
right
much. Thank you so much. Well done. And I look forward to seeing
Oh,
all
my
of
gosh.
you and all
No,
of our
you.
all of our
Very
guests.
well done. Very well
Yeah.
done. But we're going to go ahead and get out of here.
Yes,
Oh,
it will be a
I know it's going to be
event. You will not
memorable.
forget it. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
It's going to be a blast.
Thank
So,
you,
like I said,
Michelle.
I'm going to start putting my pennies
Yes.
together right now, because I think I need to be
I
there.
got some bills. So
I
I don't.
need to be-
I'll try. I'm gonna try to get there, but let me see what the first look like.
Do your best.
I might have
think I
to
need to
stream
be
it.
there.
Look,
You know,
hold on. I'll just go on and say,
This is
I'll
historic.
see you in watch.
This is
Okay, I look forward to seeing you. Okay.
I'll be
Lady
there.
L.
Lady L, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank
Lady
you
L,
so
thank
much.
you.
You're welcome.
We're
So
going
long,
to go
Al.
ahead and get
You're
out of
welcome,
here. And please thank your management for a fabulous, fabulous job of making sure that we can get you on. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
I will.
All
And I
right.
thank
You guys have
all
been
you
listening
guys.
to. Okay, sweetheart. We'll talk to you soon. We're going to have you back. Definitely.
Bye.
Yes.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care of yourself. We love you. All right. You've been listening to SPMG Media with Richard Hall, Chris Smith, and Etienne Gibbs with our fabulous, fabulous guest, Ms. Eloise Laws. You guys, again, she is going to be appearing in Cuba at a very historic Cuban concert this December. That's December 14th through December 20th. I'm going to put the information on our website so that you can find more information there, as well as be able to make your reservations. So, again, you've been listening to SPMG Media. You guys did a fabulous job. Oh, my God. This was really a great show.
Wow, I loved it. She really opened up with us. I love that.
Absolutely.
It's so sad that we didn't have that much time. I had so many questions, but
we could have gone for another 2 hours. She is amazing.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. She is just the cream of the crop.
Class
cream
yes.
of the crop. And
I agree.
And I'm glad that you have invited her to come back, and I'm glad that she's accepted our offer to come back, because this is a woman that we really need to not only respect for all of that she has done, but we need to continue to follow her because she has been the voice of everything that we hear as far as when we talk about R&B and jazz. So we need to basically continue to pay homage to this woman, because she has been the trendsetter and the benchmark for who she is, and who jazz musicians are coming up behind her. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
No, I agree. Go ahead and drop your mic, Tony.
I'm about to say that. You dropped the mic.
I dropped it. Okay. So. But I do want to thank everyone who is listening in tonight. We really did enjoy Ms. Laws, and we look forward to having her back. If you were listening in by way of our chat room here on Blog Talk Radio, as well as from our website, we really thank you for joining in. Also, for those who have listened by phone, if you didn't get a chance to talk to Ms. Laws, we are really sorry, but we're looking forward to having her come back. So that'll be your second chance. So, but we really do thank you for being here tonight on SPMG Media Presents. You can always catch SPMG Media Presents here every Thursday night on Blog Talk Radio, beginning at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock Central, and 9 o'clock on the East Coast. Now, just pay attention, because the time is going to change very soon, so just be aware of that and just keep up with that so that you don't miss any of the shows. But we welcome you back next week on Thursday. We've got a great guest lined up for you next week, and you just got to look at your Facebook, got to look at all of your social media, because everywhere you are, we are. I'm just going to say that, all right? So you can always find us here on Blog Talk Radio every Thursday night. But I want you to come on back next week for Hot Topics Talk Radio at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Central, and 11 o'clock on the East Coast. Next week, Roland D. and I are going to be speaking about, okay, you guys ready? I wish I had a drum roll.
Let's go.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
Next week, Roland D. and I are... Our topic next week on Wednesday night is married and lonely. Ooh.
Okay.
That's not good.
Ooh,
so that's going to be
that's
rich.
not good.
But it's a topic. A lot of people want to talk about it. So we'll be back here on next Wednesday, again at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Central, and 11 o'clock on the East Coast. You can make sure to follow all of the shows under the Hot Topics Talk Radio Network by coming right here to Blog Talk Radio. And just put in Hot Topics Talk Radio Network, and you can find the vast array of the different shows here under the network, as well as on our website at www.hottopicstalkradio.com. Make sure that you follow all of us here under this network here on Blog Talk Radio, as well as on Facebook. You can find SPMG Media on Facebook under SPMG Media Presents, as well as Hot Topics Talk Radio and Real World News Radio. It has been a complete blast with you guys tonight.
Hey, Tony,
and I think what I'm going to do
you did a really good job.
I am going...
You did a good job. You did a real good job.
You guys did a great job. You guys did. But I think what I'm going to do, in light of having music royalty here with us tonight, I want to take us out with a little Eloise Laws with Leave the Lights On. Ooh, I love this song. So, again, you've been listening to SPMG Media Presents with Richard Hall, Chris Smith, and Etienne Gibbs. My name is Tony Breedlove, and I have been your producer for the night, and I really want to say thank you once again for joining us here tonight. If anywhere you could have been anywhere else that you spent the night with us. So we really thank you. And we will see you back here next week on Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week and a fantastic weekend. And continue to walk in God. Good night, y'all.
So long. So long. Good night.
Good night, y'all.
And if your day has been unfair in any way, it's good to know there's someone there who really cares and understands you, baby. And even though the moon is watching us, there's still some secrets we can find, baby, if we try. Baby, leave the light on. Oh, baby. Baby, leave the light on. Little while, baby, leave the light on. Yeah, baby, leave it. 'Cause when we're making love tonight, let's take a moment and do it right. And as I'm holding you inside, hang a while so we can find a sweet surprise to make us closer. And even though the sun is coming too, there's still some places we can go. Don't you know? Let's take it now.